Fairh.
Old school, same way, yeah. For those who know the story, back in the day, the original case, the 32-man case, the famous case, you know, that indictment, the conspiracy actually runs from Fairh's arrest to the raid on Hubble.
Fairh, she was the first person that got caught a case with him. She got busted in New York.
From reading a notice posted by Deputy United States Marshal Ron Ennis on the U.S. Marshal Bulletin Board that the Port Authority police were looking for a Negro woman wearing a brilliant orange coat and gold earrings and carrying a large amount of money. Arriving from Detroit, Marshals Huddock and O'Flaherty proceeded to Gate 9, where they noticed that Riggs, satisfying the above description, had entered the jetway or connecting link between the lounge and the aircraft. As Riggs was about to step into the aircraft from the jetway, she was stopped by the marshals, who identified themselves and requested her flight ticket, which bore the name of Miss F. Riggs. She was then asked for some identification, such as a license or a voter registration, to verify the name on the ticket. And in order to facilitate boarding of other passengers onto the plane, she was simultaneously escorted towards the beginning of the jetway. The door between the jetway and the lounge was closed, but the door between the jetway and the aircraft remained open. Riggs and the two marshals were alone in the jetway. In order to present her identification credentials, Riggs placed a leather camera case which she was carrying on the floor of the jetway near her feet, and then cracked open a black snap-lock purse which she was also carrying, and produced a utility bill of the Detroit Edison Company addressed to Fairh Jackson. O'Flaherty thereupon demanded a better form of identification. Riggs again opened her purse, but this time all the way, approximately 6 inches at the mouth, enabling Marshal Huddock to observe a clear plastic bag with a white substance inside on top of the purse, which the marshals believed to be. Riggs then appeared to be very nervous, fumbled for a few seconds with her purse, and pulled out a second identification, a letter addressed to Fairh Jackson, from the Detroit Edison Company. O'Flaherty then opened the top of the camera case sitting on the floor and observed 2 more clear plastic bags containing white powder. At this point, the marshals took Riggs to their office and on the way subjected her to a magnetometer test. No weapon was found on her person or in her bags, but field tests confirmed that the plastic bags discovered in her purse and in her camera case contained. She was then formally placed under arrest for unlawful possession of narcotics. Defendant Riggs' account of the jetway encounter differed in material respects. She claimed that she presented a Michigan automobile registration bearing the name of Fairh Riggs when asked for identification by the marshals. She further asserted that when the marshals thereafter asked for permission to search her belongings, she denied that permission, but Marshal Huddock nevertheless searched both her purse and camera over her objection.
And like I say, you understand, they damn near tortured that woman, you understand, tried to get her to talk on him, and she never did break. You understand, like she used to send mail to him, and they would stop all his mail coming to her from Eddie. They were trying to make her think that he just had forgot about her. And I'm talking about everything they did to her, you understand, she still didn't break. She didn't say a word about Eddie, you understand. Fairh was one of the strongest ladies that you ever seen in your life, you understand. The only thing I hated about the whole operation was when she got out of jail, he didn't set her up the way he should have, you understand, because she was a real stand-up person. Fairh. I used to take her mama to see her, you understand, when she was locked up in Virginia. You understand? Fairh just died a few years ago.
But and on this one, I'll let you go with that another soldier. We'll wrap up in this story. You know, in this Pakistani run, which was, you know, like as we call it, the Kingpin's last stand. You know, Pop's last run. You know, run at the throne. Schoolyard George was still out there. Brother George, you know, we didn't know. I mean, I'm not blaming anybody. Obviously, Muhammad put the old man on. But all 3 of the cases, Shauna and her mama's case we just talked about, Schoolyard George is doing a pickup in New York. Again, Muhammad's people then got compromises. You know, Eddie Jr. talks about a lot about the woes of when you're dealing with the smuggle game, because if the mule gets popped, you don't know. Same kind of situation. Schoolyard George is in New York picking up the bag. Same thing. The mules got popped. These motherfuckers tell, because see, they know they're gonna get deported and sent back home. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they like, it is what it is, and they telling on somebody who up in the tribal lands who can't go to jail no way, because ain't no feds going up in them mountains talking about we have a warrant for your arrest. It don't work that way over there. So they real encourage the mules on that side be real encouraged to tell, because they be like, I'm telling on some people who I don't know, and I don't know what I should tell them, and the people I'm telling on back home, y'all can't go get them no way. And they might be working with your CIA anyway, so just let that go.
Yeah.
So yeah, George gets popped, same situation, you know, mule then flipped. And school, he's so old school, you know, when they get him in there, he tell the feds, you know, my only thing is this: I'm from Homestead, Miami, and I don't like cold weather. Can y'all send me someplace where it's warm? And he tells them for real, he say, y'all send me someplace where it's warm. Now they look at, and they show you the game, recognized game, they looking at this man that spent most of his adult life in jail. So they know the threat of going back to prison means nothing to this man.
Nothing.
And Schoolyard George is the pop's old man. I mean, he would kill a rock for the old man. George tell him, just, can y'all send me someplace where it's warm? Give me my 20 and get me something to eat. Ain't no sense of us even playing you. I ain't saying I ain't got nothing to say. This shit is mine. It's all mine. I did everything. I don't even know what I'm saying I did, but I did that too. Give me my 20 and just, can y'all send me someplace where it's warm? They don't make them like that no more, man. We was blessed back in the day. It means just stand-up soldiers. They don't make them that way.
No.
They don't make them that way no more. No, they don't know that. So shout out to the female soldiers. Shout out again to Shauna and Cassandra. Shout out to Schoolyard George again. We will never forget the loyalty that you showed the old man and all of us. And all of us. So it's your man. Hope you guys got something out of the story. Never play the sisters short. They've always been a part of the team.
Definitely.
Hit, like, share, subscribe.
Smash that notification bell.
We got more coming. PA crew, famous saying they turn coming up. Big 50 when she get off tour with the new movie, got her coming. Gonna follow back up. Got Scotty Bernstein coming back. We're gonna continue to unpack this thing with Chris Webber, Jalen Rose, my man Carl Martin. Explain why they need to get that man this money. What's gonna happen with that story. Really impact one of the last great big numbers men organizations in the city. That's the Ed Martin crew. Got more of that stuff coming. If you guys ain't been checking that out, go into our library, check out the Ed Martin story, Carl Martin, the Jalen Rose, Chris Webber, Fab 5, Michigan Booster thing. Some hot content on there. Got more of that coming. Got Uncle Butch coming back.
Yeah.
Waiting on Eddie Baby to get back in town with the holidays. Gonna bring my man back on the pod. 2022 is looking big, Lou.
I'm ready for it, man. It's the time has come.
Don't call it a comeback. We've been here for years.
The holidays are upon us, people.
Be
Get
safe
yourself
out there.
some Big Boss merch. Get yourself the coffee mugs. Get yourself the t-shirts, hoodies, sweatshirts. We got it all for you. Take a look down. Right under you, you'll see the advertisement for it. Get yourself something. Get your loved one something.
Yeah, and if you got some readers in the family, if you don't know, those who follow this kind of stuff, get them the book. Available at Amazon. Motown Mafia, Memoirs of a Kingpin's Kid, Taking You Back, Lifetime, with all of what I saw coming up, living next door to the fat man, being raised by the field marshal himself. Good read, gives you the whole insight, things you just can't cover in a YouTube pod or even in a documentary. Motown Mafia, Memoirs of a Kingpin's Kid for the holidays. If you got some readers in your family.
Definitely.
You got some entrepreneurs and history people looking for some inspiration, try to help our people get their game on track, not their wig pushed back. Check out Mind Right, Money Right, Getting Off Zero. Shout out to Ray Tatum, getting off zero out of Atlanta, still doing what he do. good book. You know, we took pride and time in there. You know, we lean heavily on Dr. Carter G. Woodson, The Miseducation of the Negro. We got to be real about it, family. Half the reason why our money ain't right in our communities is because our mind ain't right. Check that out. And lastly, but not leastly, available on Amazon Kindle and soon to be available also by the holidays in soft cover. That's Big Man on Campus, a little fictional version of some of the things that happened along the way. We'll find it entertaining. We changed some names and things to kind of protect the guilty and innocent, but a good read. But again, if you got some family members who are readers, who like a good book, make sure you check out BigBossFilmworks.com. All our stuff is available also on Amazon.
And if you know any female soldiers from the past that deserve a little spotlight, drop it in the comments. If you got something that you want to say, if you got a story, if you got whatever, just let us know.
Yeah. We a platform for the people, you know. Our mantra was always when we started this thing, right?
Depicting life in the struggle.
In the struggle. And for those of you who don't know what the struggle is, if you don't know what the struggle is, we really can't tell you what it is.
You just have to see it for yourself.
Yeah, but I think for most of my people out there, when we said we just trying to really tell life in the struggle, you know what we talking about. So love you guys. Appreciate the support. You know, it's going down. It was just time to really tell a great untold Detroit story because it kind of covers Detroit at its zenith.
Very interesting story.
We decided that we were going to make a movie.
All right, Rich Rossi with you with Motown Mafia. I'm with Courtney
Lewis Stevens,
Courtney Brown,
Courtney Brown Jr.
And Alan Al Prophet Bradley.
And this is an entrepreneurial, inspirational story too, because again, you know, I'm a real estate retail guy. You know, that's what my skill set is. But I'm a businessman, so I was like, you know, we're gonna do it. You know, sometimes when you got a dream, you won't have all the answers on how you're gonna do what you're gonna do.
What made this one unique was not so much the crime, but the intertwining with Detroit's history and the Motown era and kind of the economic decline of Detroit. And it's really the story of a family. And from some perspectives, it's has a happy ending, like you said. For others, it didn't have a happy ending.
right.